Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another Halloween how-to. This is going to be more of like a spiderwebby version. I really stress this to you. These like tutorials that I do are not for people that really want to like flex their artistry skills in the Halloween time. These are, I don't have time, I just don't have any of it. I don't have time. I don't have the ability to go get stuff. Like, I need to use what I already have. I need to be wearing clothes I already own. That's the whole point of this. This is the, I ain't got time for this. So I did a spiderweb look today. One of the reasons I want to do this is because, at least as far as I look, I could be totally inaccurate with this, but I don't see this done a ton. The other thing is because it is a super easy look to do like 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, 20 minute plus like levels of effort on. So if you have 5 minutes, just draw black lines and connect them. If you have 10 minutes, you can do the liner underneath it so it looks a little smokier. If you have more time, you can kind of see what I did. But the entire point of this is to give you an option that is not stressful, using things you already have, and to give you a range of time to where you feel like you can participate without being like, it's like that part from Sex and the City, the movie, Witch or Sexy Kitten. Yeah, this is just to give you other options. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I did super easy, not scary spiderweb, just keep watching. Okay, let's get started. Similarly to the Catwoman, like Hamburglar, I swear to God, the more I was looking at that, the more I was like, you could totally go as like a cat or Hamburglar. Look, anyway, so similar to that, my advice is the same in terms of do as much prep work as you can. So like do your basic makeup. I wear a winged liner like at least half the time, so I went ahead and did that. It's also just a nice way to kind of step up like your look. I also normally have a lip on. I did not put one on for this simply because I'm not really sure how dramatic I want to make this, so I just figured I'd leave it up in the air. The other thing that I would stress to you is if you are like so short on time that you haven't even washed your hair, this is a good ponytail look. So this is a good way to buy yourself some time. Pull your hair up in a ponytail and get to work. I pulled my bangs back for the sake of this video. I just put my pony even higher and put my bangs in it. So that way you can see my forehead, because I am going to concentrate my spider web on my actual skin and less on the eye. I personally think it looks better. I think it looks more like cool, you know, it looks cooler to me. I don't know. Every time I was like seeing it, I was always seeing these like, you know, out of the eye kind of web looks, and it just didn't do it for me. You know, it looks kind of, I don't want to say amateur because I feel like that's kind of rude, but like it just looks like there could be better. You know, it could be better. But again, I get it for the sake of time. You do what you can. Okay, so a few things. One is I'm using all the same stuff that I used in my previous video. So I'm using the same black pencil liner, the L'Oreal Infallible, and I'm using the same black liquid liner, the L'Oreal, what is this thing called? Infallible, the Super Slim. That's it. I also have the cream shadows, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet. So let's go. Okay, so I had to crop in my video in my Catwoman. That's why it was kind of not as, you know, high def. So I've learned. So I've zoomed in for this one. All right, so basically what you want to start doing is just like any spider web, you want to have a point of focus. So I'm gonna use my widow's peak for that. So if you watch my Catwoman video, you know that this is just the sketching part, so don't get stressed out. You're just sketching. I mean, like literally don't like, this is like no stress Halloween makeup. This is not, you're not trying to like scare people. You're just trying to be somewhat festive. If you want to take like that cream, like a black cream shadow and like etch it into the hairline, you totally can. One of the reasons why I'm doing a pencil is because I want that kind of smudgy base because the liquid liner is going to be sharper, so it's going to have dimension to it. It's going to look like a little hazy, a little smoky. I think it looks cool. Okay, and then to get that pencil, because this is like a really creamy pencil, to get it sharper, hold it straight. Like further back and straight. And then we're just going to connect. And then again, I really stress this to you. Oh, when you connect, do almost like little rainbow lines, like just little arches. I really, 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 really stress this to you, especially when you're doing that pencil work. It is not supposed to be perfect. It's actually, that's intentional. Like you want it kind of sooty and smoky and messy because it looks cooler when it's done. The other thing, you can tell I don't have like 7 minutes this time because I'm actually thinking. The other thing I think is cool is you can build this up to be as like intense and dramatic as you want. So if you've got time, you can really spend some time doing your whole head or really like adding drama to this and dimension. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take it a little bit further down than that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take it like this, maybe even a little bit like that. And then we're gonna go like that. Then we're gonna go like this. I kind of want it to go, yeah. Because I'm gonna smoke all this stuff out. So this is just like a super rough outline. Okay, like that's it. Super, super simple, right? And again, like it's supposed to look kind of stupid right now. Okay, so I'm gonna take it up a little bit, like a notch a little bit. I'm gonna take an angled brush into my cream shadow. And I'm gonna do this work. Like smudging it back into the hairline. Because I do have my hair up and I do want it to look really complete. I will tell you though, don't do this if you don't have time. Like this is one of the skippable steps. You do you in terms of your time commitment. Okay, so now that I've kind of etched that out, I'm gonna take my angled brush and I'm just gonna kind of almost add like a drop shadow to it. So not every single one, but like every other one, I'm gonna go along and add a little bit of a fade on one side of the spider web. So kind of like, remember when you were a kid and you were learning how to like write in like cool fonts? Everybody had like shading thing they did. It's sort of like that. And then when you get kind of closer to the eyebrow, get more intentional with that because you want it to look cool. And this, I mean, do you, right? So if you wind up not liking this, don't do this. Skip this step. I'm just gonna do a little bit more kind of etching because I can. And I want it to be erratic, like I want it to feel smokier. You can tell how impulsive I am with this video because I am freehanding everything and I'm super like just doing whatever I want in terms of the look. I had nothing planned out for how this was supposed to look. Which, you know, like the thing is, I feel like every time I see spider webs done, it's so like lines drawn and not like smudged out and kind of hazy looking. And I think hazy spider webs just look cooler, personally. Like that's just me. And then I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna take another brush and I'm just gonna kind of work that hairline blackness that I did, I'm going to kind of smudge that into my spider web and take it a little bit down just to kind of make it look less harsh. You know what I mean? So like, I'm super cool with it having that kind of net effect, but I also am blonde and I need it to not look as stark because it just looks kind of silly. Again, had I really done like a dry run on this, I would have thought that part through more than I did. But fun part about being a makeup artist, I don't really care. Like, I don't really get worried because I know I can handle it. And also, if I do screw ups, then it gives you confidence that you can make the best of yours. Okay, and then something else that's kind of cool, if you want to do this, you totally can. Take that brush that you used to put this black on, etch just a tiny bit, and then connect. But like, when you connect, go one direction so it looks really hazy. And then you can always use your finger to smudge it out in case it looks a little too stark. Play with this, like I'm purely me just playing around right now. Something I was thinking about was you could be like a Black Widow bite. I was trying to think of like really easy looks you could do that don't involve like going to buy an outfit or something or a costume that you're gonna wear one time. Especially if it's like one of those last minute deals where you're like, oh hell, I gotta dress up. So I thought, oh, you could be like a Black Widow bite or something, right? And then just kind of start that process. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm just trying to like kind of diffuse, and then I'm smudging down and blending out, right? So like as you kind of buff out that net that you get, you're bringing it down here and you're kind of buffing it out. I'm kind of happy with that right now. We can always circle back. Okay, so take your black liquid liner. This is where you're gonna be more specific. This is where you're gonna really go in and add the sharpness. So this, like, basically only apply this to the lines that you really want to add a crisp definition to. And then if you really want to go in and like do little etches, you totally can. If you didn't watch my other video, a trick I gave you, especially when using kind of like cheaper liners, I don't have a lot of experience with drugstore makeup. I fully admit that. I'm not your drugstore gal. But a good trick with cheaper liners is once you find that pressure point and angle that is really effective with it, move, like hold it and move the arm. So instead of moving the hand because it changes the pressure, move your whole arm. That way it keeps it the same. All right, then if you want to do little breakaways, you totally can. But you kind of see what I'm going for here, and I'm like super zoomed in. Most people are not going to be this close to you. And then if you want to do little like etchings, like starting the spider web around your cheekbones, you can. So like little connections, you totally can. And I'm just freehanding this because I want it to be a little less, I want to play with that contrast. I don't like how, you know what I mean, how saturated this is and how diffused this is. I need to add dimension to it, so adding sharper lines lays well over that gradient and makes it look more like a cleaner gradient, if that makes sense. When you don't have a lot of time, the likelihood of you like nailing a good ombre is like not super high. I've decided I don't want my sides to match, so I kind of like this. And then the other thing that I like is, now that I'm done, I also think I'm not gonna go any like vampier with this, like any darker. So I think I'm actually gonna put a pink lip on just to kind of, you know, make it a little cuter. The cool thing about this is you could easily like turn this into like a Charlotte's Web thing and make it like cuter with like more pink and like a little sparkly white or something like super kid friendly, that's an option for you. Another like really cool idea would be to play around with like glitter. But again, like the whole point of these videos is to show you that not everything has to take up half your day. It's just to show you a quicker look, and to give you like degrees of interest. Like if you've got 20 minutes, here's a 20-minute version. If you have 10, here you go. So I'm gonna throw a lip on real quick and then we'll conclude the video. Okay, that's it. That's my little spiderwebby look for you. And you can obviously like modify this however you'd like. So I hope you found this video helpful and useful, and I will see you in November for non-Halloween videos. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a great day. Bye.